Hello. Hello. Thank you for joining. Uh, I have a strategy I have a tragedy to share. Yesterday I was live and then for 20 minutes, but then at the end of the stream, I just realized I was offline. So I could see there were people in the room, and then suddenly I got a notification that your internet is unstable. But still, I continued. I thought maybe, sometimes it gets unstable. And then I continued. Then I just got to know today that when people send me a message saying that you stopped the presentation in 1 minute. Anyways, so good afternoon. Welcome to yet another live stream. As if you have already done the catch up with my previous video, I'm starting my YouTube channel, restarting again because I want to quickly catch up on the number of hours which the target the YouTube has given me. I'm almost there, but this is the quickest way I thought we can catch up with the number of hours as per um, the YouTube requirement. So thank you for joining again. So yesterday my topic was analyzing the audience or connecting to the audience. How can we connect to the audience as a trainer, as a speaker? It's very important to analyze the audience to understand if they are really connecting to what we are saying, and what is the best way to uh, share my knowledge after doing so many, maybe more than 1,000 presentations, toastmaster sessions, and a lot of trainings. So recently, I happened to have a presentation, a training, and I understood that the presentation, what I was planning, the topic was very dry, means it was very technical. There is nothing interesting which I could have added in that presentation. And it was very important for me to understand if my audience are really connecting to me. That's when I did a deep thinking that there are so many people as a presenter or as a trainer. They're so busy doing their presentation, going through their slides, and a lot of time they're just busy that they don't know if the audience is really listening to them. Unlike this is a live segment where we are going live, and I really don't know how my audience is connecting to me. So you need to support me by sending the chat messages. I can see there are some new people join. Thank you so much for joining. So if you have been a trainer, what are your challenges to understand if audience is really listening to you? Because audience will never come up with the board saying that I am not listening to you, I don't like you, and I am not connecting to you. But as a trainer, we need to have that eye. We need to have that presence of mind to understand if the audience is really looking at us or listening to us or connecting to us, main important. So usually if people are busy on their own phone, that is one of the way where we can find out that yes, this person is not really connecting. He was sometimes maybe he's busy with his phone, but maybe he's listening to us, right? The other way is, of course, the audience will start yawning, and that is a simple giveaway that the presenter is not doing a good job because the audience is feeling sleepy. So that is one of the audience. There are some times when the audience is neighbor, because that is also one of the way to understand that we are not really giving them what they wanted. So that is why they are disconnected to us. Now, let me share with you three tips, three things which we can do as a trainer, as a presenter, to connect with the audience. Okay, the number one reason, the number one will be, if you have any idea, you can put it on the chat box. Number one for me, according to me, is change in your tone or voice, or just pause. Sometimes when you're in a busy classroom and then suddenly the teacher stops, children will look at the teacher also, right? Similarly, if you are a presenter and they are not listening to you, you can just pause, and then you'll suddenly see that people are listening to you. They are yeah uh, when you're in a very what do you say, senior most training, it is not a very good idea to call that person. Imagine you have all CEOs and directors in the room. Yeah, we should not make them feel offended. If it is a children kind of a scenario, you can always take the name of the child, that hello, are you listening to me? But when it is a executive kind of a training, then it is not a good idea to call off that gentleman's name or that woman's name. He or she may feel offended. So what I felt is a pause. Yeah, you can pause a while, or you can raise the tone of your voice. Suddenly you can say wow, or you can just say that was so interesting. So you can just change the tone of your voice to catch that attention. So that is one of my trick. The second trick, what I can say is, obviously you have to have a lot of activity in your presentation. You have to make sure that people are connected with you. It also depends on time, but let me tell you, even if you have 10 minutes presentation, you should have an activity for 2 minutes, because that is the simplest way where you can pass on the message what you want to give to the audience. So you should plan an activity. However dry or interesting your topic is, if you have an activity, a simple activity, maybe talk to your neighbor, talk to your person next to you, or raise your hands, or make a boat. So there are so many activities which you can Google and you can find out, or maybe you can bring up some props and give it away and share it. So once the monotonous breaks, like for example, there is a class going on, there is a session of talking, and then you play this activity, and then again when they come back, you have to reiterate the topic, the important points of the topic. Then the audience will again come back to you. They will listen to you, that oh, this is an important message, because after an activity the brain is refreshed. So that is my second point. So first one is you're raising in your tone or change in your voice. The second one is placing an activity. And the third one, in any group, if it is a good group or bad group, most of the group, there will be one person who will be hyperactive. Have you ever felt it? Yeah, there will be one person who will be very hyperactive, giving answers, asking questions. There will be one or two people who are always hyperactive. So that person is your friend. Make that person your friend. Yeah, when you're doing your presentation, and if that person is asking you similar question, ask that person to come and join you on the stadium, if possible, if the situation gives you. That person should come and join you in the stage, and then you will see there will be sudden change in the atmosphere in the room. You will feel that people are listening to that person, not the trainer, but they're also interested to know that what how he is given a chance, and then rest of them will become active again, and then they also want to participate and talk about it. So these are the three main things which I feel you as a presenter can judge the audience and um, raise the atmosphere of your training and create then connectivity with the audience. Even if it is a children, if it is a high profile executives or high profile CEOs, any kind of or there are sessions where there are train to trainers, right? So we can see in the chat box where he will say the stories. Now imagine a situation, it is train the trainers program, okay? And you come up with one story, and then you just realized everybody in the room, or most of them in the room, they know the story. And as a trainer, you have this question: have you all heard this story? Gone. If you get an answer, we all have heard this story, what do? Do you continue with their story, or you just change the story? What do you do? So if you have come prepared with the story, do not ask the audience, have you heard this story? And even if they say, we have heard the story, you continue talking about the story because you have come prepared. But most often, do not ask this question. Or you can just cover up saying that I know few of us would have heard this story, but let me still continue. Which is kind of I feel I will not be very comfortable. If you're good with that because you have come prepared with the story, it's fine. So ensure that if you are a trainer, especially in train the trainers program, because we all are from the same school, we all know about the same quotes or same situational stories. So it's more difficult to come up with something very new. So how do you judge as a trainer? Personal experiences. Thank you. Somebody's put it in the chat box. Thank you, Tulsi ma'am. Personal experience. Always ask for the personal experience. Ask the personal experience. Have you been in such situation? Would you like to share it? But always have a control on the time, because sometimes when you open up the discussion with the entire audience, there are chances when it may go out of your hand because you don't know when to make them stop. Yeah, so it's always a good idea to, you know, to place some people, like your own team people, in the situations like that, because sometimes maybe people are not ready, not warmed up, they're not cooperative enough to share anything with you. So then you can always have one person or two-person placed in the audience to give a situational story. So that is also one of the areas when we can always connect with the audience very well. So it's always important to connect the audience. Preparation is the best. Come prepared, what may not. If there is time, you will run through the slides. If there is no time, you will not do the story. You will not do the presentation. You will not do the activity. But come prepared. And this happens over a period of time. Now, all this can happen. You can judge the audience, you can talk to the audience. All this will happen over a period of time. When you're trainer for the very first time, do not expect that everyone will listen to you. Do not expect that everything will go as decided or as planned. Okay, come prepared, but come prepared also for if things go wrong. Okay, if things doesn't go your way, maybe the situation in the room, maybe there is no AC working, maybe there is no mic working, maybe there is a lot of disturbance, there is some noises happening outside. So as a trainer, you should know how your audiences are. If it is your own club or it is in your own situation, like your own premises, then it's fine. If you're doing a training in some new place, it's always recommended you go to that place. You check out the mic, you check out the atmosphere, you check out how the audience will be placed, where are the doors, how people will be entering, how they have to exit. If all this is happening all of a sudden, and in midst of everything, the chaos, people have to listen to you as a trainer, then it is slightly difficult. So it's important that you listen to the audience, you connect with them. You can always have an icebreaker session in the beginning. Before the session starts, you can connect with few people and then create that, you create that rapport just in the beginning, and then place them in the four corners of the room so that you have then eye contact and have some kind of a confidence when you're talking to them. So all this is part of this. So do you have any other questions? I can see some people joining now. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. So have you felt any case where you have felt there is complete disconnection? Now imagine a situation you're in just 100 or 300 people atmosphere. If it is only 100 or 300 people atmosphere, there is chances of connecting. Now, if you're talking an audience of more than 1,000 or 2,000 people, then don't waste your time doing the icebreaker session. Don't waste your time doing the activity. Everything will go just out of your hand. So it also depends on how big is the crowd you're handling, how important is the topic you're handling. So everything. So in different scenarios, you have to act as a trainer or as a leader or as a presenter. And whatever said and done, every time is a new learning. You never know which audience will teach you what kind of learning. So continue doing the training, continue talking to people, continue building a rapport. And if you're here for in my YouTube channel for very first time, thank you for supporting me. I am also learning. Yeah, there are a lot of things which I have learned, which I need to share, and it's very difficult to edit, put the music and place it. So the best thing I'm doing right now is just go live. And thank you for all the audience who have joined. What if you suddenly lost your words or become blank? Uh, you are a trainer, so there is very less chances of you going blank. Okay, and you can always take your notes. The best thing you can do is you can have your own presentation. Yeah, you run through the presentation or don't run through the presentation. So suddenly when you go blank, you put the presentation. Okay, and when you have your presentation as a weapon, you can add some videos. So probably you play the video for 1 minute or something, or 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and you can just refresh yourself. Maybe you drink water or go back to your notes and come prepared. Thank you for that question. So there are very, very less chances of becoming, when you are a presenter or a trainer and you're talking to your audience, most likely I understand it's a known audience or an unknown audience. There are very less chances. You should come prepared. You should not go lose your words, or you should not go blank, because that is your forte. You're a trainer there. So preparation is a must. And oh, very nice. So thank you for all the questions, what you have shared. And we have completed for 15 minutes successfully. If there are any other questions, you can let me know. And I thank you again. So if you are a presenter or if you're an audience, let me just summarize that when you are a presenter or when you are a trainer, how to connect with your audience is, if there is a monotonous, change the voice, change the situation of your room. Second, always bring in an activity, always talk to your audience and take help from the audience to work on the activity. And thirdly, connect with that one or two person who are giving you a lot of questions or who are giving you a lot of answers. Make them on your side. Yeah, there are sometimes maybe that person is more knowledge on that particular topic, and then he is giving you more answers. So bring him to the podium or tell him to come on your side and face the audience. So with that note, let's conclude for today. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.